What's going on, guys? My name is Andrew and you're watching State of War. The last 24 hours were horrible for Russia. That's all I'm gonna say. Ukraine really struck hard last night. So hard, in fact, that they surpassed their previous record of 23 strikes in a month. They conducted 24 strikes on Russian infrastructure this month. The previous record was held by October this year, also known as last month. They should probably slow down a bit because if they continue on like this, they might run out of targets. Anyways, the first strike we're going to talk about is the strike on Tuapse, which due to its proximity to Ukraine is no stranger to drone attacks. Overnight, Ukrainian drones targeted the Tuapse oil refinery and associated port infrastructure in Russia's Krasnodar Krai, about 350 kilometers from Ukraine's border. The attack struck the AVT-12 primary processing unit of the refinery, part of its core crude distillation capacity, as well as pipelines, loading equipment, and the seaport terminal, and a pier. It was previously attacked 7 times, with the last night's strike being the 8th time. The Tuapse oil refinery is a very juicy target for Ukrainian drones because it processes roughly 12 million tons of crude oil per year. For comparison, the biggest oil refinery in Russia produces 21 million tons, so this is more than half of that. Fires broke out on the refinery grounds and at the port. Both blazes, covering around 300 meters squared, were extinguished, and 2 people were reported injured with several residential buildings damaged. Russian air defenses claimed to have intercepted dozens of Ukrainian drones during the operation. The refinery, however, decided to catch fire regardless. The second strike we're going to cover happened in the Yaroslavl region. Ukrainian drones hit the Rosreserve temp fuel storage near Rubinsk, igniting a large fire at a state fuel depot connected to Russia's strategic reserves. To be clear, this is not a hit on the Yaroslavl oil refinery. Don't confuse the two. This was a hit on the fuel tanks. The Yaroslavl oil refinery was previously hit twice, and it's a rather large refinery. 15 million tons of oil per year. An explosion also happened in the Tver region of Russia, near a small village called Pyatnica. We don't yet know what has happened here earlier today, but it was definitely an explosion. There are speculations that it was a Ukrainian strike, which seems like the most likely option, but only time will tell. The explosion seems to be near or at the SRTO Torzhok gas pipeline, which is a major pipeline connecting the western Siberia with the European part of the country. Alright, now the biggest news for today. Ukraine struck multiple targets in the occupied areas. Up to 10 important objects were hit. The Rovenki oil depot, the 92nd Riverboat Brigade's floating base in Olenivka, the SD-68 3-coordinate radar station in Olenivka, 3 deployment points of the Rubicon-D Special Forces unit in Tver. This one is interesting. Rubicon-D are an elite FPV drone operations unit. 2 deployment points of manpower, 74th Motorized Rifle Brigade and 589th Motorized Rifle Brigade in Selidove, the Melitopol Airfield, as well as the Molchansk Airfield in Zaporizhia. If you want to stay informed on latest military and conflict related news, don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel and drop a like if you enjoy the video. See you in the next update. State of War out.